I'm a forester here, and if you've watched many of my knife videos, you know that I appreciate one category of knife in particular, these small gentleman folders. The right gentleman's folder can handle everything that I need a knife to do 99% of the time. Here are 4 gentleman folders that I've reviewed in past videos. They range in price from this budget Browning to several $100s for the Chris Reeve Menundi. Now you'd think that these 4 knives cover the universe of gentleman folders, but lately I found myself wanting another knife with certain traits. I began looking for a gentleman folder that had classic lines, one-hand opening and closing, easy dependable operation. I wanted it to be lightweight and above average in quality construction. I wanted it to be inexpensive enough that I would never be tempted to baby it like I do this Menundi and also the Benchmade 235. Well, I found a knife that meets every one of those criteria, and it's the Mar Hawk Ultralight. I'm a fan of Mar knives for a couple of reasons. I love the classic lines of their knives, and also the quality of construction is excellent. My introduction to Mar knives was actually a couple of years ago with the Mar Eagle. I've enjoyed carrying this knife as my tactical blade for some time now, but there's a lot of difference between these two birds. The Eagle is 9 inches long and weighs 4 ounces, while the Hawk Ultralight is only 6 inches long and weighs under an ounce. I'm going to rate the Hawk by the same 10 categories that I rated these other knives in separate videos. I'll try to find the space to list the categories on the video somewhere over here. If you recall from the videos on these knives, I'll rate them on an ABC scale. From my experience, knife prices are largely based on specific areas where they excel, in other words, the A's that they rate. This holds true for a wide range of knives. I've charted this in an earlier video that I'll post below. This Browning 560 and the Boker Elegance falls into the category of budget knives with only 1 A and 3 A's respectively. The Benchmade 235 is a high value knife with 8 out of 10 A's, and it cost around $100. And then this Menundi is a premium knife scoring 10 out of 10 A's. Well, let's jump into the Hawk and see where it falls in relation to these other gentleman folders. First comes appearance. I believe appearance is the single most important reason why we're attracted to any particular knife. It's why I bought this Kershaw Crown and then immediately regretted it when I got out of the store. In the case of the Hawk, I like its classic lines, its simple elegance. It has an honest, what you see is what you get appearance, an A in my book. As a reference, both this Boker and the Menundi got A's also. Second is materials. Mar uses above average materials, but not the premium materials that it would take to get an A in this category. I would give the Hawk a B here. The blade is made out of Aussite steel, and the handle's made out of polished micarta. This micarta is made from linen. It provides strength and lightweight. Now I'm in forestry, so I thought it was interesting that Formica is another type of high pressure laminate that probably everybody is familiar with as a covering on their kitchen countertops. Would you believe that it's a forest product? It's made primarily from paper. Well, moving on, let's address ease of operation, and I give the Hawk a solid A here. Both of the Mars that I've owned have come out of the box a little bit stiff, but after weeks of opening it up, it's very smooth. Now you can flick it open, although that seems unnecessary for such a small gentleman's folder. It has dual thumb studs and can be easily opened with one hand. The Mar is also known for this forward placed lockback mechanism, and that makes it easier to close the lock one-handed also. Fourth is lockup, and this is rock solid on the Mar. The only one of these knives right here that doesn't have a solid lockup was this Boker Plus Elegance, and it had a little bit of wiggle due to the button lock design. Fit and finish is another solid A for this Hawk. There are no sharp edges, and in particular I'm really impressed with how well the parts marry together. I can't feel the pins on this handle at all, and it's almost impossible for the camera to pick up where the lines are between the blade, where the blade and the lock bar meet. This is standard quality for Mar. Now on centering, I'm going to let you judge for yourself. If the camera will focus, I think you can tell that that's close to perfection. It's an A in my book. Weight is the next category, and this is the category where the Mar Hawk Ultralight really shines. At under 1 ounce, it absolutely disappears in my pocket. I attribute its light weight to its size and the lack of metal in the handle design. This is the lightest knife that I own, and it gets an A+ here. The Hawk's carry system is one area that unfortunately I'm going to have to downgrade it on. It doesn't have a clip because, to be honest, it doesn't need one. However, it tends to accumulate lint in between the blade and the lock bar. There's no way for me to take the knife apart to clean it, so this may eventually be a problem. I've wondered if the knife is built tight in order to keep the lint and dirt from getting into the pivot pin. A pouch like this one that was provided by Benchmade for the 235 would really come in handy to keep the knife clean. The warranty on the Mar is excellent. It gets an A here. I doubt I'll ever have to use it. Finally, the category of collectability is a catch-all category that I use to rate unique aspects of each knife. I give the Hawk here a B. It's a knife that's made to carry and use daily. In summary, the Hawk excelled in 7 areas. I'll list the categories over here. At around $85, it fits very neatly into the high-value folder category along with this Benchmade 235. In both price and number of A's, it fits somewhere between the Boker Elegance and the Benchmade 235. Now, it might seem obvious, but it's nice to know that price and features are related. My advice in earlier videos still holds: buy the best knife that you can afford. The Mar Hawk Ultralight fits the bill of what I was looking for: a classy, high-value gentleman folder at a reasonable price that I carry daily. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Y'all take care.